Tyrepower Manjimup 97711866. Tyrepower Manjimup, the major sponsor of the Tyrepower Manjimup Speedway, where we're playing in the dirt. Feature race number 1 is out. 15 laps is a journey for the 8 cars. To start this one, will be minus Kyle Leeson in this one. But Harrison Barris.
Olivia Ferraro already is coming to the infield.
Good to see that Ferraro actually has the side panels still on the cars of many a times last season at the 25 finish without the side.
Okay, here we go. First final, Harrison Barris on the front row. With Matthew Thompson. Here we go, 15 laps the journey. And they're going to come round at a very slow speed. Harrison Barris about to bring us up to the green. Away we go, the green lights are on as they move down the main straight. Our race leader goes down into turn number 1 the first time, and they are 3 wide. Moving out of turn number 2, Harrison Barris in the middle of that sandwich, and on the outside Matthew Thompson takes the lead as we make our way up into turn number 3 the first time. As you can see, it's a little bit greasy in the opening laps, and the kids will have to get used to that as this race continues.
Matthew Thompson, though, has been able to hit the lead in the testing conditions. It's been a horrible start to the summer season for Matthew Thompson as Olivia Ferraro pulls to the infield very quickly on the 25. So the troubles that saw off the start continue on. We're left now with 7. The battle is for second place between Harrison Barris and Jesse James Samuels. Samuels decided to go the outside on the 18, and it works quite handsomely. It's Matthew Thompson, though, who leads. It was 1.1 that time. It's 1.2, with Jesse James Samuels actually the quickest car on track after 2 laps.
So Michaela Hinsey back there in 4th behind the 18 car of Harrison Barris. We've also lost Fletcher Molentis. We're down to 6 cars here, but it's Matthew Thompson who leads as they come up into the top turn. 3 of them locked together for second, third and 4th place. Down the main straight, Thompson, your leader. Jesse James Samuels, Barris, Michaela Hinsey. Then back to Vince Lindsay, and the last car running is Telia Bosley. But Telia is a long way behind the other 5 who can all see her at the end of the back straight.
Telia Bosley actually going quite slow in front of our race leaders, with Matthew Thompson not winning a series round since coming home with the championship in our first year of the Southwestern Land Championship. As he goes around the outside, Telia Bosley, Samuels comfortably in second place. It's a battle for second place, with Samuels ahead of that one from Harrison Barris and Michaela Hinsey. Those 3 drivers trying to get around the outside of Telia Bosley, and they do so comfortably in the end. There's a massive margin, actually. It's 2.5 seconds. It's all 1 cars around. The yellows have come on very quickly as Telia Bosley pulls to the infield to join Fletcher Molentis and Olivia Ferraro. The yellows have come on with 4 laps completed, and Michaela Hinsey stationary there on turn number 3.
Uninterrupted as Matthew Thompson leads us up the main straight. From Jesse James Samuels, and back in 3rd place, Harrison Barris. So move out of Ladham's corner and into the back straight. Michaela Hinsey's gone again, this time by herself, down there in Ladham's corner. And she's going in reverse, now finds forward gear. The green lights remain on as they move out of turn number 4 and into the main straight. Matthew Thompson leads this one from Jesse James Samuels and Harrison Barris as we've done 5.
Now the wet conditions really have played a havoc to some drivers, not so much Matthew Thompson, who's been reveling in these conditions with quick lap after quick lap as this race continues on. This time by there'll be 9 laps to go, with Barris now on the attack on the outside of Jesse James Samuels. Samuels all out of shape while Barris run right up against the wall. Thompson comes across the line now with a gap of 2.494 seconds over Samuels and Barris, with Vince Lindsay also within a shot of coming home with a podium in this one as Samuels out of shape in front of Barris. This is just allowing Matthew Thompson's lead to get bigger and bigger as this race continues on.
We're at the halfway mark now, which is a marathon event for the Top Star Juniors. Matthew Thompson out in front, Jesse James Samuels, Harrison Barris and Vince Lindsay. Back then to Michaela Hinsey in 5th place, but the action is certainly for 2nd, 3rd and 4th as they run the back straight. The lap times are coming down in the greasy conditions. Matthew Thompson comes past the eagle eye of Dad here in the main straight. Our race leader is well clear. 2nd place, Jesse James Samuels. Back then to Harrison Barris and the 40 of Vince Lindsay, who are still locked together for 2nd, 3rd and 4th place. The margin 1st to 2nd, though, is over 5 seconds as we come up with half a dozen laps to go.
Yeah, we're turning it back like it's the inaugural season of the RVX Industry Southwestern End Championship, with Thompson just light years ahead of the rest of the field as Samuels is on a nose-to-tail conquest between Barris and Lindsay, as Barris has gone back to the outside this time around into Laddams. Just too far out, though, to catch the 31, but he may have a run around the outside as they go along the back straight. There's the run that happens as he cloned in dramatically onto the back of Samuels. A leader goes past the judge with 5 to go. Samuels with a mistake. They make contact. Samuels is very sideways in front of Lindsay, and the 40 machine now finds himself in position number 3. Well, this has all happened, though. Matthew Thompson's run away.
He has, and they're now spread out like Brown's cows. And as a commentator, it makes it very hard to make a race like this exciting because they are spread out with no one near anyone all of a sudden, with still 4 to go. This race over 15 laps. The most exciting thing almost is watching who's going to get an ice cream from next door. Plenty of drivers have done in the last couple of laps. Down the main straight comes our race leader, Matthew Thompson, with 3 to run. Back in 2nd place, Harrison Barris. And in 3rd place, Vince Lindsay. Back in 4th position, Jesse James Samuels. And Michaela Hinsey in 5th. And even this far out, I cannot see any positional changes. The most exciting part will be the lap after this. The white flag will be coming out soon as Matthew Thompson has 2 laps to negotiate.
That's all that's left between himself and his 3rd series win overall, as he'll make it 3 different winners out of our 3 rounds conducted this year in the junior sedans. It's well over a straight. In fact, it's 8.97 seconds, and this time around he actually didn't complete a fastest lap of the race, which has happened every other time. But Jason Crow, there finally is that white flag.
It is 1 lap to go for our race leader, Matthew Thompson. Harrison Barris is some 8 seconds behind Matthew Thompson. It's 5 seconds to Vince Lindsay, 3 seconds to Jesse James Samuels, and then back to Michaela Hinsey. That is the way they're going to finish. And this one is over. Matthew Thompson wins another feature race. He wins tonight here at Manjimup in the 15-lapper. Second home will be Harrison Barris from Albany, and then back to Vince Lindsay in 3rd. Jesse James Samuels is next, and then Michaela Hinsey in 5th place.